Hey everyone, Skorn here. In today's Tips and Tricks episode, I'm going to teach you how to do night raids without the appropriate night vision gear, or without any type of night vision scope or any thermal scopes on your weapon. There are advantages and disadvantages to running night raids in Tarkov. Being able to do them without needing to spend any additional money can be incredibly beneficial to newer players, or just in general if you're trying to save a penny. The first advantage to night raids is that there are typically less players who run raids at night, so there will be usually less player-on-player combat during night raids, allowing you to accomplish your tasks with more of an element of stealth. Another advantage is that scav vision is significantly reduced at night, and you won't be sighted or shot at from such a far range. Other players will not be able to see at the same distance during night as they would during the day. This decreases the amount of snipers that you have to deal with, although you'll still occasionally run into a thermal user. Another advantage is that if players are using the cheaper NVG sets, they'll have reduced range of visions and they'll be looking through a cone, so they won't be able to see left and right as far, allowing you to get the drop on these players with ease. Only the quad nods give full range of vision while you're using NVGs. So I'm going to deploy into a night raid that is also raining and has the worst visibility possible in Tarkov. As you can see, if I take a look around, I'm borderline blind, and this is pretty normal for Tarkov night raids. The first trick you can do to increase your ability to see at night is to use the post FX in the game. You can use these to dramatically increase your vision at night. You'll have to set your brightness, saturation, and clarity to 100, and the colorfulness, the luma sharpen, and adaptive sharpen to 0. Feathers should be set between 50 and 70 depending on your monitor. You can use the visualize to test. And tritanopia is a colorblind mode that inadvertently makes shadows slightly brighter, but just enough to allow you to see in the darkest of places. I'll have screenshots of these settings at the end of the video as well. If you have an NVIDIA graphics card, the next trick that you can do to increase your vision at night is to go into your NVIDIA Control Panel and to adjust your desktop color settings. If you go to either side of the gamma or the contrast, you can just do a left click and it will automatically adjust the contrast by 20% at a time and the gamma by 0.5 every time with a left click. This way you don't need to slide it around to try to get to the exact percentages. This effect is local to your monitor only, so people who are watching your stream won't be able to see this effect. In my OBS, I actually have two little brightness plus and brightness plus here, where I'll show you exactly how much contrast and gamma I've changed in them, and then you'll see the corresponding change in-game with the footage that I have here. Now that I've adjusted my post FX and that I've adjusted my NVIDIA graphics card settings, if I take a quick spin around, you'll notice that my vision has dramatically increased. I'm just going to show you a random minute of footage from one of my raids here that's an offline raid, just to show what it looks like if you play with both of these settings changed at the same time. I mentioned that there were disadvantages to running night raids. One of them is that typically the people who run night raids are more experienced than the average player. The other disadvantage is that you'll see more thermal equipment pop up at night, and as you'll see here, flashlights end up being a lot brighter to you when you play with these settings. So again, here are the screenshots of the post FX, and I'll have a screenshot of what the NVIDIA Control Panel should look like with its default settings, as well as what the NVIDIA Control Panel looks like with its settings turned up with the gamma set to 2.0 and the contrast to 70%. I hope you learned a thing in this Tips and Tricks video. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe, and watch my other videos on my channel. SkornClaw, over and out.